family, how you guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please keep that on your side of the street. Won't be acknowledged. Okay? Cool. So yeah, family, I'm being guided to get into the topic today about us taking a higher perspective on, looking at the kinds of people and relationships that we have in our lives that we've attracted, okay? And how can we look at it in a way to see what the universe, because of course, if Earth is here and is meant to be a school to help us heal, help us elevate consciously and spiritually, right? Not elevate in the 3D system that you've been groomed to exist in, that will, tell you about the money, tell you about, get you stuck into labels on mother, father, brother, sister, friend, whatever those things are that we decide to form relationships into, right? Because we've been taught and we've been groomed into believing that's how we are as human beings meant to engage and relate to one another. When if you take all of that away, the picture starts looking a little bit different, right? Take a moment to ponder that as well. Anyway, what about you? If you become a little self-aware and not take everything that you're experiencing in your life, the people you have, and if you take away from the programming goggles and look at it from a perspective of, what does my relationship with this individual in my life trigger me to grow out of? How does it trigger me? How does it anger me? How does it limit me? If I have a partner in my life, what are we fighting about? What about my partner is triggering me? What could the universe, what within me needs to be cleared up? What within me do I need to grow and elevate out of, that whatever this person that I'm engaging with, that I have in my life right now, is able to trigger in me and help me choose different, help me elevate out of? I could be somebody who consistently goes into cycles of, you could be whoever, into cycles of relationships where you have a man or a woman who is overpowering you, dominating, who takes from you on an energetic level, who makes you feel inadequate with their energy, with their words, with their actions. But you stay in those situations because maybe your programming says that as a man, they're supposed to do A, B, and C. As a woman, they're supposed to be like A, B, and C. When, one side of you that is unconscious and moving according to the programming that you've received, and exercising life out of the portion of you that is unhealed, or out of the portion of you that you need to grow out of, may not be able to recognize that, okay, maybe I've attracted this person into my life so that I could learn how to say no. Maybe I'm always having these fights and these imbalances with this individual because the universe is trying to get me to wake up and understand that I'm not here to be here forever. I'm not here to make this shit work. I'm here to recognize what this person triggers within me and show the universe that I'm ready and I'm grown enough now. I have, and if the universe is bringing the challenge into your life, best believe the universe believes that you are ready. You've reached an energetic vibration that says, I am ready to clear this out now. I'm ready to, move to the next level. And because you are ready, it means that you're going to attract the challenge into your life that you are ready for. And that challenge may just be showing itself in a relationship with a partner who is oppressive. It may just show itself with in a relationship with a partner who is a leech, or who expects out of you to just give. And your lesson in that, through having this kind of person or this partner in your life, is to be able to recognize the discomfort and the tension and the unease and unrest that, you know, is building inside you because of it. And, you know, trying to get you to a point of choosing differently. But then again, instead of choosing differently, people get into fights, they simmer down, they don't go within, they don't look at themselves, they don't look at each other, they don't ask the right questions. Why are we together? Why could the universe have me with you right now? Am I just trying to make this work because I've been groomed by the system, by my parents, by my family, by my insecurities? They are what's guiding me right now, and not what I need to heal within myself. I'm not looking at this from a perspective. I'm not looking at you being in my life, and this can apply to anybody, okay? I'm not looking at you being in my life from the perspective of being in a school and the universe using you as a tool to trigger me to make a different choice and elevate out of something that might have been disempowering me. Elevate out of something that I might have been doing to disempower somebody else. Do you see how we can be brought into each other's lives to help each other? Whoever elevates first out of the situation is the one who moves on and is able to connect with and vibrate and join with something of a higher vibration, join with a better situation. You could be someone on this side of the spectrum who is nasty, who is controlling, who, you know, thinks that they need to be in control and take over everybody's ability to choose, and people who have an ability to choose and recognize they have an ability to choose and exercise their ability to choose make you feel uneasy. So you end up with people who do not have an ability to choose, and who then have to grow out of somebody like you, and you need to grow out of being someone who would oppress someone who doesn't recognize their ability to choose. And you would have to grow into a space of being able to how can I say, to be more compassionate, to drop your ego. That person is there to teach you how to be someone of lesser ego, whereas you might be there to teach that person how to step up and choose for themselves, how to step up and say no, how to step up and say, I'm not going to be bullied by you, I'm not going to let you verbally, energetically, or however it is, materialistically bully me. I can go personal again, you know. I'll bring up my relationship with my mother again. I think I've mentioned in my past video that yes, I have been, I was given a mother who only now in my later years, in my 30s, I'm, you know, awakening and recognizing that she's extremely narcissistic. She ticks all the narcissism boxes. And I don't mean it on a flashy kind of way. I mean it narcissistic in a personality sense. I mean it not, you know, if you can go and read up on narcissists and having a mother as a narcissist, and, you know, see all the things that come up there with regards to that. And I can tell you right now, my mother ticks all those boxes. okay? And because I was raised by that, because that was um, my example growing up of love, of motherly love, which was extremely toxic, which was extremely how to say, energetically demanding, and having to always be seen as the one who is making someone else a victim. You know, she was always the victim in everything, and while being a victim, she was still a bully. It's fucked up, I know. But in my older age now, I've had to realize that, you know, I chose her as a parent because there were things within me that I needed to get strong in. I needed to be able to stand up to somebody like her and be like, no, fuck you. Fuck you. You don't get to bully me. You don't get to, you know, slander me all over the place to make yourself feel better. You don't get to mind fuck me. You don't get to do any of those things that I ended up finding myself having to endure in relationships with other people. I had to elevate out of that for myself. I had to choose different. I had to stop being in this. I had to learn how to, I had to use my relationship with her in the beginning as a tool to help me move forward. But instead, because of the programming that I was subjected to by society, by her, whoever else that, you know, that programmed my mind back then to perceive and handle the relationships the way that I did, and I was unconscious about my own emotions, unconscious about, you know, the level of power I had to say no and stand up to someone who has the label of mother in my life, and, you know, suppressed by societal programmings of what respect towards a mother and all those things is supposed to be and look like, and how I am supposed to, you know, submit regardless of treatment, regardless of the bullshit it comes with. Because she has the label mother, I'm supposed to submit. No, that's not how it works. She as a soul with her own flaws and whatever, and unconscious behavior, and, you know, whatever her need is to be the center of whatever it might be. However that translated towards me and my relationship with her. Her purpose in my life was to get me, to trigger me out of submitting to energies like her. Trigger me to become strong. Trigger me to recognize, you know, ill treatment. To recognize that kind of narcissism and dark energy and behavior and corruption and whatever it might be that narcissists get themselves wrapped up in to satisfy their own needs and project. It's a lot to have your mind warped into when you have someone like that, you know, project that they have that power over you from a very young age, and you believe that they have that power over you, and you both enforce it over and over through your dynamic and your actions with one another. That's, you know, those are pretty big things to have to grow out of. Those are pretty big things to recognize. Those are pretty big things for someone to have to, you know, heal themselves to a point of being able to say no. Not just on a physical and on a verbal level, but on an energetic level as well, consistently having to fight against somebody who is energetically, verbally, and physically coming at you, you know, as being in a position of entitlement, being in a position because of their own belief of what they, you know, believe their role in your life is, and what they believe they are entitled to because of that role in your life. It's a lot to have to work out. And in most cases, we're given our biggest lessons in the beginning. But the system programs us to focus on other things instead of the things that we came here to, work out on a soul level. So through that story I've given just now, which I hope wasn't too hectic, how can you look at the different relationships in your life and recognize how the universe is using them as a tool to assist you, not to make you a victim, not to have you be in a suppressed state, not to have you, feel like, oh damn, this always happens to me. The cycle will continue. The energy will keep on showing itself in a different person. As long as you don't work through the lesson, as long as you don't get to the point of forgiving. You can only get to the point of forgiving once you understand. You can only get to the point of letting go once you have forgiven. And if you don't get to the point of forgiving and letting go, there are things within you that you're still hung up about a certain kind of energy. I'm not going to say a person, I'm going to say an energy, okay? That will then just keep on coming back, and you'll find, like I said in my other videos, you'll find the same energy dressed up in different bodies and have to go through the same shit just in a different way. And it took me going through a malignant narcissist. It took me going through an overt narcissist. It took me going through a covert narcissist. It took me going through all of the above that is dressed up in one fucking woman in my life, okay, to recognize that I had the lesson to get through all along in the beginning. But the universe clearly had to break it down for me over a span of time in my life so that I get to the point of looking back and being like, oh my God, every single individual that I've brought into my life shows me some version of my mother that I wasn't ever able in the beginning to recognize. Where could your partner be triggering issues of growth within you? Where could your kids be triggering issues of growth within you? Where could your siblings be triggering issues of growth within you? And you can recognize those things by, paying attention to where they make you feel inadequate, paying attention to where you feel like you're less than, paying attention to where you feel like your power is taken away, paying attention to where you're, where a certain energy pushes you to a place to have to say no, but you end up not saying no, regardless of how they make you feel, because the programming has taken priority over the emotions, which are also there to help us recognize certain energy, certain things, and how people affect us. How could the universe be using the people around you in your life to help you elevate, help you grow, help you move to higher vibration and access the better version of life that you dream about, that you hope for, that you wish for? But you can only get there once you've acknowledged the other issues within yourself that whoever you have around you right now is triggering. And sometimes that elevation does require you to get rid of people who you've been programmed to label as family, mother, father, sister, brother. Because sometimes when you want to be part of a higher vibration, part of a better experience, those energies can't go with you. They don't exist. They can't be a part of that vibration and that experience. by plastering those labels of attachment and expectations and whatever it is that come with it onto them, it makes releasing them very hard, because they, we're programmed to trigger certain kinds of emotions that we tie into attachment. There's just, it's so deep. Let's keep it on the surface level for now and just try and recognize and do some inner work and see where we're not recognizing the universe and how the universe is trying to work for us with people and situations in our lives. If you have a spending problem, the universe will keep on you will have a cycle of however long it lasts, of spending, going into debt until you can't anymore, and then you have to change your cycle. That's how it works. You have to elevate, you have to do what is different to attain the different experience. Yes. How is the universe working for you? Who is the universe using to elevate you? And where are your programmings holding you back from elevating, holding you back from your better experience? Where are your fears? Maybe people are in your life to trigger certain fears so that you recognize it and get over, and face it and move on to something else. Become averse to that kind of thing, situation, or person that wants to invoke and encourage and provoke or cause someone on the outside of themselves to feel fearful. Not be engaged with energies anymore that encourage your fear programming or things that make you scared. But you're not going to, get away from it by running away from it. You're going to get away from it by recognizing it, facing it, acknowledging it, forgiving it, and letting it go. Once you're in a space to recognize a different vibration. Anyway, let me pull a card from flower therapy. I hope that I haven't rambled too much and what I've said has made sense, right? Flower therapy, and let's see what cards have to say for us. It's too many, Spirit. May I please just have one? Thank you. Or to support someone else who might be watching this conversation. The pink rose. Let your inner beauty shine. And the flower says, the card says, you are a brilliant example of God's love. Everything about you is perfect. So let your light shine and inspire others. Yeah, through your elevation, through your growth, through your being able to recognize where your lessons are in people and situations and your habits and, the things that bring you difficulty, you'll be able to inspire others too and show other people how to do it, how to do the universal dance. The book says, it's time to release any feelings that tell you you're not good enough. You're truly beautiful, yet you sometimes struggle to allow this inner magnificence to show. This card asks you to become comfortable with all aspects of yourself. The angels wish you to know that you're indeed perfectly created. It's easy to believe the media's idea of what is attractive. However, true beauty is not based on outside appearances. What you possess is an inner radiance, a fascinating and loving aura that's desperate to be set free. When you reveal it, your confidence will increase, you'll receive compliments, and you'll attract like-minded friends. Additional meanings of this card: love who you are. Know that you're this way for a reason. Be honest with yourself about your feelings. It was a nice card. I hope it was some nice encouragement for whoever is watching. Okay, family, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope this video has made you think. And yeah, don't take life too seriously, and be willing to let people and things go once you recognize where they're triggering you, to choose differently, make a different choice that'll bring a different experience, a different person, a different version of you. Remove a cycle of a bad experience. Choose, let it trigger you, let it push you to do something different, and allow the changes to happen, because that means you're moving with the flow of the universe, right? Okay, anyway, I'll see you in the next video, family. Bye.